All right, now everybody, how's it going? I'm back here at this wood pile, and I'm happy to see that they did get rid of those cherry logs, so I can finally get at all this locust and everything real easy. That'll be real nice today. That cherry was really in the way. It was preventing all this stuff from, it was about to avalanche down and fall, so that stuff got out of the way there, and I'm just gonna get another load of wood here. I've been working on this pile slow and steady, and there's a lot of good maple in here, and that's a nice locust log down through there, so I'll probably buck that up today and get on with it. So thanks for joining me, and I know the videos have been kind of repetitive. This is what I've been working on. I got a nice pile of wood, so I'm gonna get out here today and get me another load while the getting's good, because it's summertime, and I went through a period there where wood was hard to come by. I was way behind, and the tree services had a crane that were broken, and my other guy had he wasn't working in the wintertime. He was slow, so he wasn't bringing wood in, and that the other wood yard has all changed. If I ever get any footage, I'll show it to you, but if you look at that wood yard in my video last year, one of them is called Load Till You Pass Out. That was just a really neat wood yard over there. I mean, when you pulled up in there, it was just the neatest feeling to see all of that wood and the smell, and you could just pick whatever you wanted to. It was really cool, but unfortunately, he cleaned that thing out. I couldn't believe it, but he had to pay a bunch of money and bring in tractors and scrape that down. That thing is a crystal clear parking lot now, so it is empty, bone dry. Now, he is bringing me a little bit of wood in over there, and I appreciate him a lot. I like Gary a lot. I want to work with him, but it's far from my house, and there's construction on the roads, so it's tough to get back and forth right now, and I feel bad, but it's just a 40-minute drive with construction now, and it's been difficult to get over there. So there is wood over there. If I get over there, I'll film a video and show you what that looks like over there, and I apologize to Gary for not being over there, but it's just, I'm so far away, and it's a different situation now, and hopefully we're on good terms and everything. But I got plenty of wood out here, and that's what I've been working on. So I want to get several loads. That was a long story, but I was out of wood. I wasn't getting wood when I really needed it bad, like in February, March, when I was trying to really ramp up production. There wasn't any wood, so I'm getting this maple now. I'm splitting it small and stacking it in the sun, so it should be nice and dry, and I'm just gonna go with that. So I'm not gonna record it all unless I come across anything major today, and I'll show you some updates and show you my load, hopefully, if I remember. Yesterday, my last load, I was too tired and I just wanted to get out of here. My shirt was soaking wet. It's 95 degrees, and I just jumped in the truck and headed home. Forgot to record it. But I might give you some updates. Thanks for sticking around. I'll check in with you guys here in a little bit. I'm going to get bucking this stuff up. Alright, I just want to give an overview of what this pile looks like. It was 6 feet high up over my head, and I've been picking on it, and they dug a bunch of that cherry out of there, but what's left in there is maple, locust, and some ash logs. That's a big locust log. That's all locust down in there pretty much, and that big one right there is some maple. Okay, now I got all that wood bucked up, and I'm ready to split it, and I did switch my chainsaws because a couple of these logs had some dried mud on the bark, so I didn't want to run my new chain through that. I mean, it's amazing that just a little bit of mud, I mean, a little bit of hardened dirt can ruin a hardened steel chain on a chainsaw. But that's the way it is. It just takes a little bit. It's kind of amazing how little dirt can affect a hardened steel chain. But it'll take the edge right off, as y'all know. And so I switched to my little 180, and it's really dull, and that chain is at the end of its life. It's down to itty bitty little nubs on the teeth there, and it was not fun working through those logs with that little 180. But you know what else is not fun is sharpening a chain after you just sharpened a chain 10 minutes ago. And I would recommend wearing gloves when you sharpen a chainsaw, because I did slip once and I put a scratch on my hand again, so I'm just rough on my hands. I go through phases where I got black fingernails and cuts and all kinds of stuff, so I got several cuts and bruises going on, but that's okay. I'll live to tell about it. But let me show you this log here. it's just, you can see, I mean, something about like that where there's mud on it, that much mud can just ruin a chain. So I switched over to my little 180 over there, right here, and bucked that up. And I mean, it was just making dust, real fine dust, but I did get through it. You can see how uneven the cut is. I mean, I didn't cut it straight, but whatever. It got the job done, saved my chain. That's all I was really concerned about, was saving my chain from having to sharpen it again. So that's what's going on here now. You can see I got a nice little pile of rounds on the ground. That should be enough for a truckload. I sure hope so. I underestimated yesterday, and it's a matter of whether you stack it in rows or throw it in a big pile in there. And I always end up wanting to stack it because it just feels so much more organized. But it's an extra 20 minutes loading and an extra 20 minutes unloading. But you also get 20% more wood now, so that's a good thing, because every time you come, you get 20% more, and that adds up after 5 or 10 loads. So we'll see. I'll probably just split this stuff up and call it a day today. I've been at it pretty hard the past few days, and I pushed myself to go ahead and get another load, because if you do firewood, there's nothing worse than running out of wood in the middle of winter. I mean, if it's January and you're out of wood, that's a bad feeling, because I like to have my wood. I'm not one of these guys that, I mean, no offense to anybody at all, but if you got the room and you got the wood, I would stock up and sell it all winter if you could. I mean, there is guys I know that they sell all their wood in like September and they're done for the year, and I'm fine with that. I'm not saying anything, but I mean, if I was talking to those guys, I'd say, why don't you just get more wood and stack it up in your yard however you can. Just pile it in there. Find a place to put it, and then that way you can have wood all winter, and that's a nice little deal to have going. But so I don't want to run out of wood, and now's the time to get it. If you don't get it now, then you'll be in January going, well, shoot, I'm out of wood and it's not dry. You just can't get away with selling completely green wood in January. So now is the time, and I'm going to go ahead and try to push myself and get a nice stockpile going. So I'm going to get to splitting this stuff up. You've already seen that. If you want to see me do this, scroll back through several videos ago, and you'll be able to see me. I got it's this same pile. It's locust and maple and walnut and cherry, but they took the cherry out of here. There's a little bit left, but he wants the cherry. So locust and maple is pretty much locust, maple, and walnut. That's a pretty good mix of firewood. Locust, maple, and walnut. That's pretty premium stuff, actually. So let me get to splitting it, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. All right, now, good people of YouTube, I am absolutely filthy, but I got a shirt to change into. I about nailed it on the quantity of wood now. I probably over-nailed it by about 3 or 4 rounds. You can see it's pretty mounded up. And I did split this piece. It had a little bit of a spalting on it, but I took the time to split it, so I threw it in. But all the rest of that stuff is good maple and locust. So it's pretty mounded up there, and I can't close my lid, but I'm just going to take it easy and try to make it home. So that's what I've been up to today. I need to get a change of shirt, shower, and cool down and get some food. So thanks for watching once again. I'll catch you guys later.